gonna start streaming early just so I know it's working.
Thanks for showing me.
Yeah, for sure. I love RX, so I think it's a fun program to kind of. There's so much I don't know about it. There's so much. I just want to make sure this is okay. Cool.
Hopefully I can reinstall it. Thanks for showing me.
Yeah,
Quiet.
for sure.
Check, check, check.
I love.
Hello.
Check it, check it, check it, check it, check. Hey, it's the guy. It's the guy. He's the guy. Check, 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 check.
Yeah,
Quiet.
for sure.
Check, check, check.
Well,
There's like a tension on one side or the other.
Is it?
Usually.
I got the height, but the.
You know, there's usually like a twisty knob. Well, maybe it's the bottom on this one.
We're gonna get started here in a few minutes,
Maybe I can't.
but
Oh, maybe it's,
we're just sort of
maybe this one doesn't have an adjustment. It doesn't look like it has an
all
adjustment.
coming in here.
Okay.
Ooh.
So these are for lounging.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. I'll just keep it casual.
These are for, like sitting by a beach or
Right.
It's Cash Thurs.
cash.
Thurs, yeah. Mhm.
Oh man.
how is everybody doing?
Good.
Doing good.
How are you?
I am as good as you can be on Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't have all those. Yeah, there should be outlets.
Are you
Close.
just looking for like a phone charger? There's a USB over there.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, C to C.
So I did something risky today.
What was
I
that?
didn't even make slides.
Oh man, what are we gonna do? It's gonna be confusing. No one's gonna know what's going on. No one.
I actually kind of forgot until I got here. It's like, oh, slides. Oh well.
You made a demo track and that's all.
I did. I spent all my time doing that. That was a lot more work.
$24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29, $30.
How was the bar last night? What did I miss?
That's good.
Any fights break out? Any bar fights? Any
No.
That's
Pretty
Station
tame.
280.
Yes, they
Yeah.
Pool cues.
yeah, pool. Yeah, did anybody throw any pool cues?
Good job.
No.
That's good to hear. I'm glad.
Yeah. Trying to think of something interesting, but it's pretty standard. Good.
Low energy day. I get it. It's low energy for me too.
Okay.
It's 6:30. So I think it's because I'm sitting down that's why it feels like there's so low energy. So I'm gonna move that. So welcome to Game.wav, April 2026. It's that time of the year.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
That's cool. You just won a car.
Mateo won a car for anybody that wants to know. No,
I
he
got
didn't.
booted.
Yeah, sorry.
In hindsight, I
This
could have said
news, you
something, but
lose.
it was something else.
This is normally my seat anyway, so.
That is normal.
I tried to switch it up,
Well, I
but.
was sitting over here and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna book Scott.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
you know,
Oh.
got some next to Scott. Ayo,
Yeah, sit in the way back. In the
Yeah.
back corner. So we have to see
all the
whole
way
time.
back.
Nobody wants to sit next to me, that's good.
Further,
Well, I don't want to sit next to him. 'cause he's gonna-
further back.
Oh, I forgot you have your Chinese.
Oh, you brought Chinese food.
Oh, God.
But I do have the door open, so you know, just in case. Mm.
You need
What did you get?
Kung Pao.
Oh,
Kung Pao chicken.
perfect.
It's
Okay.
good. It's really
Enough for the class?
No.
Hope.
Sorry. It closes at 8, so it's always closed.
Yeah.
before
We end up
we-
Did I
Yeah,
interrupt
whatever.
something? Sorry.
What's the big
You
champs?
did it.
Is that where you usually go?
Yeah, we go to champs with 2 P's. 2 P's.
Not two M's.
Yeah,
Not
not
2
to be
M's.
confused with the
Champs.
I think it's 2 M's.
Please. Because I don't have slides. What are we doing today? We are talking about free plugins. And yeah, free plugins. Woo! And there's some pretty interesting ones. So I mean, I'll give you a little bit right now, but we should, if anybody wants to share anything for playback feedback, I would love that. So after I do my spiel, if anybody has any audio files, you can send them to me through Discord, or you can send them to me through airport, air supply, airdrop. There it is.
Air supply.
Air supply. The group air supply. Yeah. So one thing I found interesting about free plugins was that, and I'll go over this more, but kind of like the difference I found with free plugins and paid plugins is the processing. Like, they don't add all the processing that. It's not just like drag and drop. You have to kind of like play with it. But I will say that most of it was pretty usable. So it'll be interesting to do that. I think I do need these slides. Brain's broken. So we have new board members, right? We've
Yeah.
got Andy's the new board member,
Yeah.
and
And then
we-
me and Sam got reelected.
yep, so that's awesome. We've got VGMCon coming up next weekend, the 17th, and Josh isn't here, so I can't have him do it. So that's going to be next weekend, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Is there anybody's game in here that's going to be there? Scott. Scott's going to bring Viridian Expanse. Hell yeah.
I think Josh's game's gonna be.
Josh was
Yeah.
yeah. Dice Commando Gun.
Dice Gun Commando.
Dice Gun Commando. That's it. That sounds way better than what I was saying.
What is it?
Dice Gun Commando.
What's the event?
Oh, VGMCon. It's a video game
Video game
music
convention.
convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video
Yeah.
game music
Yeah.
celebration.
We talk about it a lot. Well, we mention it. So yeah, that's coming up. That'll be fun. And then I think that's the only stuff that's really kind of going on. We haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
GDC. I want to know anybody got any GDC stories?
Probably.
We ran into the composer of Dispatch on the street,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Dispatch. What?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
I played it, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's a short. It's like a mix of like a TV show and a game
Mhm.
at once. It's a superhero thing.
Okay.
It's really really cool. You kind
I
of
feel like I have heard of this.
yeah, you kind of watch the show and make choices of like the dialogue you want to do and the choices you want
Is
to
it
make.
like Mark's thing?
It's a little more interactive than that. I think it's like
Yeah.
it feels very much like kind of a TV show that then there's parts where you're basically a superhero, like sort of like a 911
Mm.
dispatcher, but for
Yeah.
superheroes. So
Yeah.
like different things will pop up on the map, and you have to choose which heroes are like of the ones that are available, what to send out to this
Yeah,
particular
who
call.
works for the best job? Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Very very cool.
Yeah, it sounds really like unique and different.
And yeah, and the Trent recognized the guitar player from the like big Austin Wintory concert, and he like started chatting with him.
Yeah. We were just
And-
walking on the streets.
Yeah,
like,
and we were
yeah.
like waiting for the crosswalk, and then the composer for Dispatch like walked up and was like, "Hey, yeah, I wrote a song in the concert." Just like the most nonchalant thing ever.
That's
We're
awesome.
like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
the guy and the guitar guy kept talking, like over, like and then we're both just like, wait, whoa, back up, wait, you wrote one of the songs that was in there?
It was
Amazing.
Yeah.
and yeah, it's an amazing soundtrack. It's
What's the like general style? or is it all over the place?
Like it's got electronic elements, but also a lot of like I'd say 80s inspired rock.
Yeah, like ballads and stuff, or
Yeah, like the main theme is very. I'm trying to think of like what's a good comparison guitar player. I don't know. Like very 80s, like chorusy guitar.
okay, all right.
But like screaming lead guitar.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, Josh would know.
Yeah.
He's not here yet though.
Yeah. It really cool soundtrack. And it got nominated for a BAFTA, so
Sick.
really
That's cool.
nice guy
So-
too.
Okay, sweet. Okay. Any other GDC stories?
I have like 100. I'm not gonna take
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
everyone's
people.
time.
Well, who went to GDC? Trent and okay. Jordan's eating, so he can't talk right now. He's
I didn't
eating.
meet.
He
Kung
tried
Pao
Chinese
chicken.
food.
Yeah, what composer did he meet at the
Long to go.
Oh, that was Pav Gecko.
Pav Gecko? Yeah, I guess he.
He did the Fox.
Spirit of the North.
Spirit of the North.
Spirit of the
Yes,
North.
Spirit of the North 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He was just at like one of the networking sessions. Basically.
Cool.
We just talked to a bunch of people.
So you just met composers at the Game
Yeah,
Developers
pretty much.
Conference.
There's a lot of composers actually. Yeah.
I did the demo derby on
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, which
Yeah.
was fun, and the composer for the Final Fantasy VII remake was there, and
Okay.
it was insane. Yeah.
Which
She-
one?
I think the second one, I want to say. Yeah, like not the main composer, but
Okay.
like supplemental stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She was in it, like
she submitted music in the
stuff.
demo derby, and everyone's like, "Why is this the greatest sounding like AAA quality
Right.
music we've ever heard? It blows everyone else away."
Like the idea with that is you submit stuff and then the panel kind of gives you.
Yeah. And then one of the
critiques it.
panelists was just like, "Wait, why are you here?
Right.
You're the composer for Final Fantasy VII."
I'm looking for new gigs.
Yeah.
I
right.
mean, I think,
Anybody need a composer?
I think any feedback is good feedback.
I do.
guess.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But that was super positive for your stuff, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. I submitted stuff. So.
What was said? Did people? Like it?
They loved it. Yeah. They really loved it.
What did you
So-
submit? Anything from?
I
They-
submitted a tune from that Seafoam Empress game.
Okay.
I've been working on.
Have you played that here?
I haven't played that track here, but I posted it in Discord.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah, very like underwatery sounding
Yeah.
village theme. So,
Well, that's a perfect segue into playback feedback.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything they wanna?
I just shot one over to the Discord. This
Amazing.
is the one that there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
snippet of it.
Okay.
So I think I fixed the part that I wasn't happy with, but I don't know.
Can you tell us anything about the song?
It's a boss fight
Oh, heck
version
yeah.
of a less
There's
intense
Josh.
sounding
Here's
track.
Josh.
He even has a shirt.
Yeah.
VGM God.
We already talked about BGM.
All right, good.
I can talk about something else instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
What?
It's it's from this train shoot 'em up game, roguelike. Yes.
Sweet. And is this a game that you're making?
I'm making this, yeah.
Okay.
I've got a friend who's helping me with it on the design side, but like the whole dev art.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, damn.
You got it smashed.
Oh my gosh.
Sick. Well, it's a boss. It's a
It's a
boss.
boss fight.
Okay. Let's play it. Sick.
Actually,
Very
I
nice.
just realized that is the old version.
You can send another one. That was a good version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Cool.
Yeah. dude, this part right here
Yeah,
is
the mid
sick.
there's-
Yeah, I love
It
It
those.
sounded, yeah,
Arpeggios.
snaps. We gotta do some
Cool.
snaps.
Yeah.
Snaps for that.
Yeah, we snap.
We snap here, we don't clap.
Let me-
It's too harsh on our ears.
let me export it.
Too harsh.
Yeah, I love the arpeggio part was
Oh,
really,
thanks.
really cool. Very,
Okay, let me just export the
Sweet.
recent one.
Sick.
Haunting arpeggio.
Yeah, what chords are you doing here?
It's
The right
it's
ones.
probably
The right ones.
beyond my pay
That's
grade
okay.
to
I
describe
probably.
what chords they are.
I'm
There-
not giving you
it's-
sound anymore.
Especially for that first part, like I just found something I liked with the bass and I went with it, and then everything else just sort of slotted in on top of that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because you got to start with the bass, otherwise you're a bad person.
You know what? I actually do start with bass
No,
a lot.
I usually do.
I don't know why.
It's.
I mean, it's so foundational, you know?
I think it's that secretly all composers are bass players.
They all are.
It's just across
They
the
all are.
I will have to tell that to someone. Because there's every once in a while you get a bass player,
Maybe.
you talk to a bass player, and they're
We'll find.
Yeah, I really like.
So this is an arpeggio.
I really like that
One
part.
of those an
This is
arpeggio,
the
or
old
is
one
it-
still.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of those
Okay.
is an arpeggio.
He-
An
he's
arpeggio
working
is
on
just a chord that's
Arpeggio
played in
is that.
sequence like that.
Yeah.
And there's also that.
Yeah. It's instead of playing the chord all at once.
Mm.
you play
I
one
did
note.
find it a little meandering.
Yeah.
Meandering.
Yeah, in the sense like I couldn't find like I like the instruments a lot.
Yep.
The choice of instruments
Yep.
is really cool. But let's listen to it
All right.
one more time.
Here's the updated one.
Updated one. Okay, cool.
Updated.
You get the before and after.
The before.
Yeah, nice.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why isn't it going? It should say. There we go.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
Same name, love it.
It's playing it on lo-fi here.
All right. Oh, we got new
Looks
parts.
good. Yeah,
Okay,
new parts.
sick, sick. All right, so let's hear
Extended.
Jam3_boss once more. Ooh, there you
Nice.
go. Intro.
Cool. I like that. Nice.
Oh! This is actually all extra stuff that I forgot to export, or not export.
Dude, I actually
I like
love this transition.
Yeah.
And if that went just back in, that's sick.
That needs to be a phase 2 of the boss.
Phase
Yeah,
two.
phase 2.
And now phase 3, yeah.
Ooh, that's freaking sweet.
Very cool.
Sounds very Tron.
Does.
I was
Yes.
thinking Muse, actually.
Muse, yeah, for sure.
Yes, definitely very Muse. Dude, we need more snaps for this one. We need more snaps.
Cool.
Um,
Extended version.
Extended version. I like the intro. I even giving me just a little hint of context before the melody comes in.
Yeah.
It gives me a lot more, less of that, like I was saying, meandering sound.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like you added more arpeggio
I did.
to the second half.
Listening on big speakers, I feel like I lost the drums
Sure.
in one part of it, so I'm gonna have to remix certain parts at least.
Well, I can just tell from your waveform here that you might be getting a little like
I'm running
I
really
think
hot with a limit.
everything is
really hot.
everything is yeah. So you might actually find some space for the drums
Yeah.
if you go into the bass
Yep.
and cut quite a bit of it out.
I know, but I want the bass.
Oh, I know
So
you do.
You can only have bass or drums, and I lean bass.
Yeah, I mean you can use a sidechain on a compressor or something like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
that-
what I would normally do. Usually on video game tracks, though, I don't compress it because it's like, especially if it's like chippy,
Sure.
little chippy. Like that's not something that really fits in the sound. It can like
Sure.
almost like distract from it. So
Yeah.
I might try
Hello.
it on this track
Hello.
though, because it's lost.
Yeah.
Why can't he have both drums and bass?
There you
I,
go.
I mean, I think he can. Is what I'm trying to say.
They
but-
occupy the same
It needs some
frequency.
EQ magic.
Yeah.
I do think that, and then like just tuning, you know, the bass is a really hard thing, and it's not for novices. Not saying you're novice, but like I'm saying, just like
Yeah.
it took me a long
Yeah.
time to understand how
Yeah.
low frequencies worked and like how much they can occupy a mix.
Yep.
Especially when you're putting limiters and
Yeah.
stuff on there, it's like really lower. You're raising everything up.
Yep.
So then, when you raise everything up, you're also raising the bass. So it's like it's taking up even more space. And a lot of bass is it's a tricky one. Maybe sometime I might have to do like one of these on just bass because
That's a good idea.
because it seriously can change a lot of things. Like for me, when I'm doing a lot of stuff, I cut out a lot of low end, a lot, and I still have the presence of bass, and I can add in really low bass when I need it,
Yeah.
and like sub frequencies, like
Right.
something around 20, 30 hertz.
Yep.
But a lot of speakers, they just don't. You don't get that.
You don't hear
You know, so it's like, yeah, it's. Well, yeah, it was just something I was noticing, like
Yep.
especially the second time around. I
Yeah,
think you
second
added.
round.
I think you add more.
There's. Yeah.
It's even later. Yeah,
It's
like
even
that
later.
final section right there.
Right here, okay.
I think it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, like there. Like I want to hear those. I want to hear the like the whole
Me too.
that whole suite.
It's supposed to, and I probably need to cut some things out of it
Sure.
to like clarify it,
Yeah.
rather than adding more things in to intensify it.
Yeah. Even octaves. Like
I have lots of octaves.
yeah, octaves
So many
are
octaves.
king. You know, and stuff like this.
Yep.
Yeah, really cool track. Was there anything that you wanted feedback on from us, or what? I would be curious to know what the visuals are first of all.
Oh, the visuals.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be really cool to see.
he had some stuff in
Yeah.
Discord.
Let me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I
Is
can
that
have it on this computer.
Work in
This-
progress or
this is
something
like-
maybe?
Yeah, it's a pretty work in progress.
No, I'm saying like the
Oh,
channel, the
yeah, there's a
Discord
thing
channel.
there. So-
And I can't get over this.
You can hear the bass there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely some Muse shit right there. That's definitely.
Yeah.
Has anybody checked in on Muse lately? Because
They-
their
that new
new
album,
stuff
don't
is
they?
insane.
Is it?
It's insane.
Is that it? Did they just do a new album?
I don't know if
Is
they
that-
did a new like when I heard some stuff that sounded like 80s metal mixed with like electronic
I mean that.
house and all sorts of crazy
Yeah.
genres. Like I didn't know, like it straight up sounded like some 80s metal riff.
Yeah.
That's just like a really typical one, and then it just goes nuts.
Are you talking recent? Because they had some of that
It would have been
Like,
after.
at least a decade.
Well, it
ago,
would have been
like-
after Black Holes and
Okay,
Revelations
yeah.
because that
Yeah,
was
no,
the
they've
one.
Gone, I mean,
yeah.
they've gone like full orchestra, and they've gone
Wow.
like they have range.
Yeah, they have diverging
Very
paths.
poppy sometimes.
They took the
another-
road less traveled, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a Robert Frost joke, just so you know.
That's where they were
What was that?
They had a single in the last year.
Yeah.
Kind of janty almost. Like,
They go
weirdly heavier than you would think.
they go heavy, or they can do both. They can do everything.
I need to
I'm
check that.
seriously
I've
was
never been, like,
impressed.
the biggest
Just
music
listening to
fan.
like a random Muse like radio station or whatever when I was cleaning the garage. It's like, what the hell? I did not check in on you guys. You guys got crazier.
Cool, sweet.
More operatic,
June,
more
June.
more symphonic, more just even crazy.
Yeah, they have a new album coming in June.
Sick. I've seen them live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
saw them in Michigan when I Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, visuals. Did you s-
Oh,
is
yeah,
there
I
You
was
got
looking for them, and I realized that I don't even have the engine on
Where
this
did you
computer yet.
post? Oh, maybe.
is there something in Discord?
There is something in the Discord.
Was it art or design or something?
It was
You had,
probably
like,
Like a
in,
Node channel, wasn't it?
there is, oh yeah, it's probably in the Godot channel.
Or actually, you also created a project.
I did
channel,
create a
I think,
project.
too.
Oh, the
In the
title
art-
screen is sneaking in the Godot channel.
Go dot.
If you.
That's what I like to hear.
Also, the art channel. If you
I think
scroll
there was
up
something in
slightly.
the art channel too, yeah. Well, you can say it either way.
I kind of think Godot, but you know, they leave
scroll
it very
a little bit.
open-ended. On
I thought
purpose.
A little more. Keep going. One more.
There it is.
Keep
A
going.
little further.
Keep going. Okay, it's farther than I thought. Keep
Nice.
going. There it is.
There it is.
Right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, now we gotta listen to at least.
I am curious to hear the sound effects like with the music.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm still adding sound effects.
I'm gonna play this, and I just want to look at the. I can see it.
Very cool chord changes.
Let's go to the Muse part because I want to hear that again.
The Muse part.
You know what would be cool for these?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if like, well, it clearly looks like you can die. You know,
Yeah,
like
you
it,
can die.
yeah. So like, what if like your health is getting low and like something like
Yeah,
that comes
yeah.
up, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that would be kind of
I've
interesting.
done stuff like that before where you've got like the layered music and you
Yeah.
switch between tracks.
Yeah, something like that. Because it's just like you could even go further with this phasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yep.
Heck
It's a good idea.
Very cool.
yeah.
Sweet.
I like it a lot. So, yeah, was there? I think I cut you off earlier.
It's fine.
Was there anything specific that you were looking for from us?
No, I was looking for more just like general
Yeah.
feedback.
Do you feel like you got some good stuff to work with?
Yeah, I've got some stuff to work with.
Yeah, I think.
With the bass frequencies.
Yeah, I
Make
think.
some more space for the drums.
Yeah, and space, like it doesn't have to do with volume.
Right.
It has to do with EQing
Yep.
out some of like, you know, kind of. I don't know, because like I don't want to lose the bass. I
Yeah.
don't want to lose the intensity,
Yeah.
but I want more room for it
Yeah.
because it's like so cool, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other thing I was gonna?
I always tell my students that bass is like one of the hardest things.
It
to
really is.
Get to sit because there's so many like overtones and stuff.
Also, watch your master.
Yeah.
You're going pretty hot here. Not to say like clipping isn't cool, but clip it, but put a limiter at the end.
Yeah, there's a limit. It's the last thing before the.
Yeah. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
we're
It's like sitting just right at the.
oh, you've got it.
What is it peaking?
It's peaking at negative, or at plus 1. What the hell is going on
Plus
here?
one?
+1.
Oh, I sent you something.
Oh,
It might
okay.
be-
Try again.
Oh, that's okay.
Try again. Yeah, it's hitting at +1. So
+1 is wild.
you want,
It's a little bit high.
and you've got potential clips, 5,678 potential clip
Wow.
samples.
Wow.
So yeah, like usually setting a limiter to, I usually set it to -1,
Okay.
but even -0.01, like literally the highest it can go, just something so that you can maintain those transients, because it might not sound like it's damaging them, but
Yeah.
if it goes on systems
Yep.
that can't handle that,
Yeah.
it'll sound like garbage.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
I feel like
um,
also like getting like I don't know where you're at with sound effects, but like depending on how
Right.
lo-fi you go with it, like it's gonna be a little harder to mix
Definitely.
together. Like
Right.
you
tell
could
what's
use a,
happening and
yeah, I mean, you could use like a sidechain there too, where you could like duck or
duck
something.
sound effects to
but-
or duck tape.
But I do personally love to mix sound effects into it like music. So like leaving space for the sound effects in the songs. That's just a personal choice.
Yeah.
But I think you could totally do it like
Yeah.
the ducking way too. Quack quack.
It doesn't
Mr.
smell as much as I thought it
Quack
would.
quack, Mr. Ducksworth. Did anybody get that? No, okay. It's okay. It's from Mighty Ducks.
It's like ringing some bells in the back. Quick.
Me and my brother used to watch it because my brother's a hockey player and never mind, doesn't matter. Stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Hockey player for Western Frogs.
It's been a while.
yeah.
That is.
It's been a while.
That's
Yeah.
validative to
Okay, you sent me something. What is it called?
There it is, Fortis.
Fortis.
Mine's not as loud, so.
It's definitely not. Let's check the waveform here.
Yeah, I can-
-4. Yeah, yours is more yours is like CD level.
It is also a boss battle though,
Okay.
so.
Maybe it needs to be louder.
Yeah.
It's all relative.
I keep it relative to
Loudness
music.
loudness is relative, but
Yeah. This was like the last track I did for Seafoam Empress, I think.
now for those of us that don't actually know that game that well,
Well, I
what
don't
are
even know that game that well.
yeah. Is there any visuals anywhere we can see?
Not for this.
Okay.
No, there's like visuals for earlier levels, but not for.
Okay.
Not for the boss battle. So this is the final boss.
The final boss.
And so it's a Metroidvania game.
Okay.
It mostly takes place underwater, most of the game.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this battle takes place in outer space. So it's like
Outer space underwater.
yeah, and the developer wanted something like crazy Final Fantasy, like Final Boss esque, I guess. He wanted it to be unpredictable and all over the place.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
Are we talking like
sure.
Seymour Final Battle or like Sephiroth Final Battle? Because those are two very different
Yeah,
Final
that's
Battles.
a good question. I don't have visuals. So.
Okay.
It's been in development for like a long time.
What are you seeing, Trent? What
I was just curious,
He
like
said
there's a
he's
gameplay clip from like 10 years ago.
all I
he
think
said he
about
started
is
working on it
and then I see
like
a couple years
like
ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he like picked it back up like last year, I think. So he's
Cool.
shooting for getting it done in the
Next
next 2
millennium.
years, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the next 10 years. Next decade.
the next day. You can see
Anyway,
that
yeah.
the tempo
so
is 141. Why the one? Why adding the additional one?
it felt right.
Felt right, man.
It felt
Okay,
right.
let's hear it. Snap it.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sounds like Mario Kart.
Hell yeah.
this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. That part's really good.
Real Advent children.
Yeah, I was
Sure.
getting that vibe too, like a little
Yeah.
bit of Advent Children, and then yeah, like we could start hearing the.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like the rest of the soundtrack is very orchestral.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep orchestral elements in there, but it's like an intergalactic space battle, so
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to bring in more electronic elements too.
Yeah.
I have one
Which I thought was
critique
fun.
personally.
Okay.
I'm
Sure.
a fan of this.
Oh.
I'm a fan of those instruments in this piece, just
Oh,
because.
The orchestral stuff?
No. The chimes, or not the chimes, the freaking
Oh, like the
like flutes or
flutes?
something.
Okay.
This higher stuff.
There's bells too, right?
Yeah, the bells stuff.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a layered.
Like that, like doo-doo-doo. I feel like a synth could have done the same
Okay,
thing.
Sure.
My
but,
favorite
like-
part in the track is that slide synth you do at the end.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
sure.
sick.
That thing
Yeah.
is spiral.
Like this. Take that energy.
Sure.
And plant
yeah,
it.
I could try that.
That was
Definitely.
honestly, it's
Yeah.
it's a very
Yeah, like
very.
I said, in my head, I was like, oh, I want to keep the orchestral
Right.
elements in
I think
there.
you got a lot of orchestral elements though.
I-
Like even with just strings.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit like spy, like secret agent-ish?
I was gonna say.
Because
it
I'm
totally
feeling those
was.
vibes.
Like,
and
I
the-
felt
guess
like
it
was
could
gonna
be,
slide
but-
into Bond or Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I think that's what that's the direction the bells
Like
and,
with
the,
the
and the
flutes?
flutes
Okay,
push it
sure.
is
Yeah.
like secret agent man over here, you know, like
Okay.
Yeah, and there was something else in there too that was
Yeah.
like that
yeah,
also.
I think so.
I mean, you don't need to
Sure.
change anything.
It
It's
sounds
it's
great.
it's fantastic,
Yeah.
dude.
Thanks.
Just like
No, that's a
Personally,
That's a good point.
I mean, I probably would have done that too, though, and then I would have had someone say that and been like, "Oh, I really liked that part.
No, I that's good feedback.
I don't want
I
to break
didn't
your
even
heart.
think
I'm
of
so
that.
sorry."
So.
That was just one little thing I thought was like it'd be interesting to hear a synth that has the same
Yeah.
bell tone, maybe,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like more of
yeah.
a synth. Is there anything that you're looking for from us to critique or look at further?
The
mix is really good.
Just general feedback. That was just that was
Yeah.
cool. I'll certainly go back and see what I can do if like a different synth or something works.
Yeah, I mean, just maybe play with it
Yeah.
if it's interesting to you, or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
because like
Or
there's
maybe
nothing
layering them together or something. would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah, layering them together could be
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. And it's interesting too, like that patch, like those. It's one of my favorite woodwind patches where it has a glockenspiel in it,
Oh,
so you don't have to
I did hear
write both of
yeah.
it. So maybe even just like taking out the glockenspiel part
Mhm.
could be a little less like ringy and.
I just felt like it was like a little too. It took me out of the like boss battle part,
Sure.
the boss fight part of it. It took me out of it a little. It kind of brought me back to like some of those other tracks you were showing about that were more ambient,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is cool. It's like a kind of a callback to that, like
Yeah.
you know,
That's
adding.
kind of what I was trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you? Is this the same melody, too? That
It's not the same. There is a callback to the main theme
okay.
towards the end
Yeah.
of this. Yeah. But this is like a melody for the boss itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, visuals would help me too. If I'm
I know
like,
it would help me. As
if
well.
I'm, if I'm seeing like really specific things that are like happening with that, like it would make sense. But
Yeah,
that was just
yeah,
one thing that took me out of it, and I was like
Yep.
taken aback. Sounded a little Animal Crossing to me or something,
Okay.
you know. And I was like looking for,
Point taken. Cool.
and I was looking for more.
Animal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Animal
but I was looking for more like
Crossing.
ripping.
KK sliders.
Yeah, KK. Yeah, it's KK Slider just slides in.
it's getting a little
Fi-
Smash Brothers Sakurai new reveal.
Yeah.
Lila added in the chat, for this track, I wanted to better fit the vibe you picked. You picked up an ancient relic, the difficulty ramps up, and now you need to get the heck out of the dungeon now. But still have the quirkiness of a smash and grab stealth game.
Interesting. Okay. Sure.
Lila
What
with the
kind of game
bangers
is it?
over here. Banger
It's a
feedback.
Metroidvania style.
Yeah, Metroidvania. Which I
This
think
is like you're battling against this like giant like mech thing in outer space.
Yeah. See, I would say that, yeah, the Animal Crossing vibe could
maybe not.
Unless it's like a dog pilot.
It could, yeah. If it's a dog pilot, then yeah.
It does
sure.
have some tongue-in-cheek humor.
Okay.
Okay.
But-
See that could totally change my opinion.
Yeah. Again, it is tough when you yourself don't have a visual.
Absolutely.
Like, you
You're
have
making
to just
choices.
Kinda like.
I mean, if the developer likes it, they might lean into it too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
with
true.
the rest of the game,
That's
if it's still-
what we chatted about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long did this take you?
A long time. This was really hard. Yeah.
It
I
seems
usually
like it.
start with like a piano sketch first.
Sure.
So I'll sketch the whole thing on piano, and then this one, like there's a lot of guitars in it too, like live instruments and
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
So
too.
you don't start with bass.
I
Yeah.
never start with bass.
So,
no.
somebody's not a real composer.
Someone's
Yeah.
not a real composer over yet.
I misunderstood Lila was sharing a link, and that was a description for her thing. Not
Oh. Okay.
Feel for the, yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Lila's stuff. Okay. Let's grab Lila's. Really great track.
Thanks. Yeah.
Really cool. Really excited to see it with visuals.
Me too.
So we are streaming.
Oh, we're streaming, baby.
Just making sure.
Oh, we're streaming already.
Sometimes.
All right, Luke Goblin. It was just that one time when Scott did his presentation, okay? That was the one time I didn't want to. All right, let's hear Lala's thing because I'm excited to hear. Okay, she was saying, Scott, you say it again. I'm gonna set this up.
All right. So for her track, sorry, I wanted to better fit the vibe of you picked up an ancient cursed relic. The difficulty ramps up, and now you need to get the heck out of the dungeon now, but
So-
still have the quirkiness of a smash and grab stealth game.
So if you haven't seen Luke Goblin, you're a little goblin and you're like running around stealing stuff and things are chasing you and you're trying to kind of, there's some momentum to it and you're trying to get out, try to steal as much as you can but get out of, escape basically.
So it's fast paced. It's fairly fast paced.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's,
elements of
it's
Yeah.
Okay.
Running game.
You never stop.
you're kind of going more through a dungeon. It's a little more
It's an
top
action
downy
stealthish
pixel art.
game.
Lila, if you
Yeah.
can hear me, can you put some art up? Is there any art, or is it in a certain channel? Or
There's
I would be
one-
curious. I
she
think I
posted
saw
some.
something, but it was through
been some-
our
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Is there a delay or anything? Like
Not that
Like
long.
A minute or two.
It's not that
Or
long.
a minute, like 30 seconds.
So she'll hear that request
Yeah.
eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So yesterday at the game, I'm going to do a little interjection here. So yesterday at the game developer meeting, we were waiting in between presentations, and me and Mateo, I started singing the Wii shop music, and I made this realization that I felt like the Wii shop music is this generation's Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
It
Ah,
totally is.
That's
yeah.
what I think.
Totally.
Mm.
Yeah. But better.
That's my interjection, but way better. So like while we wait,
Ding, ding.
We should
Do,
play the Wii shop music.
What's this generation, Rob?
this generation, this one right now today.
No, this is different. This is the wrong one.
No, it's not. It's still a good one.
You were thinking of this one?
No, this
No,
is
no, no. He's
this
thinking
is the
of
one.
The Wii.
No,
It's the B channel. It's the B channel thing.
that one's good though.
It's good.
It is
It's
good,
So good.
Here we go. This is the one I was singing. Doot doot doot.
Little slight violins. That's so cool.
I love it.
I would say this generation being not from 1970. Like, isn't that like when Jeopardy was? That was like when it
It's still
was.
on the air, though.
I mean, it's still in the air, but the song was
Yeah.
probably more 70s.
Yeah.
80s.
Right.
This
I feel
speaks
like
to
you
like
could just
meme
use
culture. It
the-
speaks to. It's
Yeah.
a.
I really feel like you could just throw the GameCube intro into this. and
Yes.
it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's got that same like force.
This is we're waiting for Lila music.
I feel like
Greatest song. Hands down.
when they do the retro back visuals.
Yeah.
Look, I'm adjusting something with these guys. Widening the eyes as far as possible.
Can we
talk about how weird the Wii was? Can we talk about how weird this thing is?
It's so strange.
It's so weird.
What I love though is that Nintendo has always been willing to just
Oh my gosh.
and
Yeah.
like
This is the freaking controller. How did they get away with that? How did we all say, yeah, let's try that?
yeah, it's not Wii bowling. It was Wii bowling. It was Wii
Yeah.
bowling.
Yeah, it
And
was
Wii
Wii
golf
bowling.
maybe.
It really
Like,
was.
all right.
It's weird because it's new and different, so therefore.
It's so strange. It's so 2000s. It's like
Everything about
2000s encapsulated in a box and a controller.
I think they actually did encapsulate the 2000s in a box, and
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The mid 2000s, early 2000s. Although the PlayStation 4 really kind of took this design
Is this pre-recession or post-recession?
during, I don't know, around the same time.
It's like right
cool.
before it.
Yeah, I think
I
right
see the
before.
screenshot.
Hey, there we go.
That's sweet.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, Lila, this is gorgeous.
Wow, I love it.
Okay, all right.
I love the color choices.
Let me, I'm going to play this and we're going to put that back on screen. Lila, if you have anything you already said you're looking for feedback on something about what Scott said.
It feels like that.
I'm excited for that little.
Yeah, this right here.
Little drop there.
That thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for that too.
Okay, so wanting it to better fit the vibe that you picked up an ancient cursed relic, the difficulty ramps up, and now you need to get the heck out of the dungeon now.
Okay.
But still have a quirky, have the quirkiness that we smash and grab stuff.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear it.
There it is. Nice. Keep going.
I can't wait for the drop.
Sick.
Wow. Awesome.
That was sweet.
That's sweet.
Very cool.
Here, started with the base.
So, what do people think? I have opinions, but I would like to hear everybody else's first.
Ask her if she started with this.
Did you start with the bass, Lila? Everybody says it's perfect.
The baseline is 100% perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah. I have opinions.
I also have opinions.
It's very good.
They're all about the order.
I think it's really good too. That was
No loops, all made from
super
scratch.
catchy.
Sweet. And I'm pretty sure Lila uses GarageBand.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if her setup changed recently, but I'm pretty sure she said she uses She did start with the bass. I told you, Mateo.
Yes.
All the real composers,
Composers.
they use, or maybe the bad composers.
My bad.
All the bad
I
composers
start
start
with
with
bass.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bass.
3 people here.
Bass.
I started with bass too. GarageBand on your phone.
Wow.
Freaking incredible.
This was on your phone?
That is wild.
How did
Just
you
starter or is
do
it-
you are you using like a MIDI keyboard or are you
That's
using
wild.
Are you using any
Lot of
like
work.
other devices?
Like the piano roll on a phone. Can you imagine? That would be rough.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dragging notes in.
Oh my gosh, every time I like, man, I just want to like write something cool on GarageBand. I try for 5 minutes and I'm like, this is horrible, and then I just go back to my computer.
Like
But-
GarageBand
Something breaks
or
expectations.
your like
The
writing.
phone version, like
Oh, the
or
phone,
iPad
okay.
version.
I see. Yeah.
I would love to actually take the. I'm sorry, Lila, we're distracted on iPads and stuff now, but I just wanted to say that there are some really cool sounds in GarageBand actually, and they're so intuitive. The instruments. It is pretty easy to like kind of play with them,
Yeah.
but I just think like the sequencing is really hard on
On your
sequences is
phone.
tough. Anyway, so my opinion, really like this vibe. Like really Mario versus like Bowser or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that.
like it.
The thing that got a little, well, I mean, this stuff is really cool. Actually, that part's not the one I was thinking. That's actually pretty cool. It sounds like you're running.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I gotta talk about that organ.
I mean, this is what I heard is I wanted something higher,
Yeah.
higher register. I remember that's something I was thinking like, I thought it'd be cool, or like some other rhythm that kind of was like opposite almost, that like pushed the like the 4 on the floor type vibe even more forward, which is not really that more. But we do have that like dun, 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 dun. Like I don't know, even just like some higher frequencies in the bass or something.
So, I feel like with that organ sound, that's like, it's like really mid-heavy.
Mhm.
And if you just put, either with just like some really high octaves on that same organ sound, that would fill out the sound a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like a register
it's
change
got
in the
that
organ.
contrast between the bass rhythm and the organ rhythm.
Yeah.
And I just wanted, at the end of it, I always just wanted it to like crash out, and it kind of just like fell off. You know
Sure.
what I mean? I just wanted it to like.
Well, I mean,
explode.
I think that, are you talking about here?
No, so in the middle there's I think that maybe. No, it's before that. Before that. No, before that. Yeah, it's part. This part right here. I want these to be high,
Yeah.
and then I want them to crash out.
That part actually was the one where I was starting to be like, this is kind of more the vibe I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of it kind of dancing around a lot of different sort of, just dancing around so it's not like so repetitive.
Yeah.
Like I do like how you break it up. It's like never feels repetitive. It never feels like,
Come back to that bass.
yeah, it's really good.
I love it.
I was just thinking for when I hear relic, I want to hear like, I don't know, I want to hear like some weird instrument. I want to hear like some
Sitar.
weird higher pitch instrument. I don't know why. And
Indiana Jones did that to you.
That's it.
You could always do the necrodancer thing where you have that second layer that comes in as you get closer to the
Oh.
shopkeeper
Yeah,
in
that's pretty
necrodancer, like the relic could be that. Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
Yeah, that was
when
kind
you're,
of cool.
yeah, kinda-
yeah. I was just thinking about the relic, and I want to hear like a more, like, almost that hissing almost dry ice on metal sound, almost in like a not so aggressive form, but more just like almost even like out of pitch and stuff too, like weird, and I don't know.
Did you just say dry ice on metal?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
dry.
that be like squeaky?
Yeah, but like, think of the Horcrux sound in like the Harry Potter movies. That like, it's like your teeth are grinding a little
Like
bit.
nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah, but it's not super. It's like softer. It feels softer, and like I just want. I just want like a little bit more of like a tinkly, but like aggressive, look little more aggressive, something higher up in the registers. I don't know why, but I mean it is. You could also take none of this advice, and I would be like, that's awesome, it's perfect. So I'm just trying to like come up with something that I could. I really gravitated towards this part personally.
It's my favorite part too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have like
Yeah.
the high.
Just another octave higher.
Like with the
I like the
same
resolution.
sound.
Yeah.
I just want more of the high frequencies.
Just want more of the high
Can you
frequencies.
play the down slope again?
Yeah, that part's awesome.
That part's
Great.
great too.
Just more of this. Just do this over and over again.
I'm just a sucker for any chiptune style stuff. I think it's chiptunes.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I just love it.
So good. Yeah, even this though. Even this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
more of the like the faster paced like 30-second notes
Really
kind of stuff.
heard any Danny B?
But
A different
No.
syncopation in the bass.
Check out.
yeah, maybe a different
Yeah,
syncopation.
Yeah, I should.
But I mean honestly, it's
Yeah.
like I said, it's really fantastic.
Anyway.
Does that help at all, Lila? Kind of went all over the place. But I'm really happy that you're not here and you brought it in, because that's really cool. I'm glad you're like watching it and you were able to give you feedback from there.
Oh, okay.
If there's anything else that you're looking for, Scott will he'll keep a monitor on the channel there.
I loved it.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
very good.
I loved it.
Very good.
On your phone?
I know.
That's the
That's
thing that's-
impressive.
That's the thing that I'm just wow. Yeah, that
People like to hurt themselves.
very helpful. Okay, great. Well, wonderful. Well, does anybody have any other music that they'd like to share? Josh.
More feedback on the run theme for Dice Gun Commando. I was planning to rework it today, but then stuff happened and I didn't get to that.
That's okay. Did you want to share? Did you want to share it?
Well, I literally didn't get anything
Oh.
different from like the second time that I shared it. So, but I don't think I got much feedback on that second time either. So,
If you want to share it, now's the time.
yeah, I dropped it earlier. I'll drop it again.
Yeah. Oh, airdrop
No, in the Discord.
in Discord. Okay. I'm really digging everybody's music. This is pretty dope.
Rob, do you like Danny B at all? Like, are you
Danny
familiar?
B?
Daniel, like Danny Baranowski, like Necrodancer or Meat Boy or. It's interesting.
I haven't listened to it. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Necrodancer is great.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have a more high quality version.
Dude,
Discord
no.
only gets me so much time left.
No. There's no need to apologize ever in Game.wav. We are
It is,
listening.
but it
with-
resets super fast. So.
We are listening with where you are at. Okay. So, can you give us some context?
Alright, so the current version of this track, it's basically just one long track that I loop, and I kind of composed it with the idea that eventually I'd break it into like different sections that I'd play, but that's not the current way it's implemented. So currently you start the game, it's a survivor's life, so you're going around shooting things, and then this is essentially playing in the background behind all of that.
While chaos erupts.
Yep,
Great. Cool. And this is for
Dice Gun Commando.
Dice Gun Commando. Here we go. Nice, nice.
Nice.
Gotta get some snaps in there. I really like your guitar tone.
Yeah,
Me too.
In the beginning.
Is that a real guitar?
That is real guitar.
That's
Nice.
what I was
Nice.
gonna say.
Very
I think
nice.
that's
That
It's
is
like,
a-
there's like a hiss in the background. It's
Yeah,
That
that
is
sounded
a
good.
big upgrade.
Big upgrade, yeah, definitely.
That
From what I've heard.
Real guitar just sounds so
Oh, yeah,
so
like-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, previously I've just like written MIDI guitar because it's quicker, and I had trouble in
Yeah.
the past getting actual guitar recorded, but then I finally figured out how to do it with my setup. So
Cool.
yeah, I've always wanted real guitar.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
It
And what
makes
did you
more
do?
of a difference.
What was your solution, your epiphany?
I just finally dove back into like, okay, how do I set this up with Game.wav? How do I connect my amp to it? And then once I did that, I freaking wrote it all down.
Yes. Nice.
Step by step.
Well, like what microphone, what amp, like.
It's just direct plug-in, so no
Okay.
microphone. It's all the amp sound going directly into the machine.
Oh, so it's like a direct out of your amp or something
Yeah.
like that? Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds really good. What kind of amp is it?
It's Mustang LT25. So
Fender?
yeah.
Yeah, Fender Mustang. Okay, sweet. Okay. What part were you looking for us to like dive into deeper? I mean, this all doesn't sound quite finished, I should say, maybe. It doesn't
So I'd love to dive more into like specifically why you feel that.
Yeah.
That's been the consistent feedback that I've been getting, so I want to understand
have-
that a little more.
My thought in that section when it started was, why is that melody not a screaming guitar?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that to me would fit so
Yeah.
well in this, right?
you can even have those stabbed with it, you know?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But even like hearing the bend of a real guitar playing that melody you have in there would fit with the real guitar you already have
Yeah.
in there, you know? I just think it would fit the vibe.
That particular sound with the melody, like that, I worry a little bit about. Like they almost sound like power ups or pickups.
Sure.
That you're
Yeah.
collecting. And I don't know if you have a sound yet for like picking up. Does it have like
Yeah,
XP or
there's
things
pickup.
you?
There's
Yeah.
pickup sounds.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of, and I'd be a little worried gameplay wise of like confusing those sounds a little bit.
I
But
would think that I started playing Plants vs Zombies if I heard that.
yeah,
So
Mm.
It sounds like exactly like the just like a little plucky
Yeah.
things, you know.
Yeah, to me it just like that sound for the melody doesn't quite fit the rest of the song, you know? I love the melody. I just think
Yeah, it's good.
You should use a guitar
You-
for it.
I think another thing is that you break up the sound a lot more earlier, and there's not a lot of there's no breakup of the sound. So like, you know, you've got these little stops,
Yeah.
and then you know here, but then there's like it just kind of goes. Dun, 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 dun. You know, maybe you could like experiment, but maybe not that long, just because, you know, you're in a survivor game. You want it to keep consistently moving, and maybe if I played the game, I would feel differently about the song, because maybe that like the repetitive nature of it, or like this like the constant sort of wall of sound, that actually might work really well. You know, because is this the part that loops, or is this the part that?
So all of it currently
Okay,
loops.
yeah.
Like
I mean, that's nice because it breaks it up a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, eventually like I would be wanting to take these individual sections, loop those in specific situations, which is partly why this has a bunch of disparate feels, because I didn't compose it to be all looped technically. That's just where I'm currently
Yeah.
at. I haven't had time to.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So
Cool.
I do like the contrast of the A part and the B part.
Yeah.
Like that
I do
switch
too.
feels good.
Yeah.
Like from the first part to the second part feels pretty good. Like to actually just the transition.
You are murdering
yes.
the EQ or the decibel meter here. So you know, just maybe turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like your right side is a little heavier than your left, actually, too.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting. I didn't
Um,
intentionally do that. I did intentionally push it high because I wanted it to be much more in your face, so I figured I'll start with that and then see how much I feel like pulling it.
Sure. But you could also put a limiter on it and do like kind of the same thing, like perceived sound loudness. It could, yeah. That's kind of how, you know, like you get something super loud is by using a limiter. I don't know if you've used a limiter.
I've never actually used
Okay.
a limiter, so.
Yeah, throw the limiter on the master fader and just make sure the true peak is like -1, and then just kind of bring it up, and until it doesn't, you know, you can kind of make it louder as, and if it's you start hearing like artifacts or like
Yeah.
weird distortions or like weird stuff, that's when you've gone too far.
And I would make sure your tracks are not already clipped
Yeah.
too. Like make sure all of your tracks in your session are turned down so they're not
Yeah.
already in the red, right? And then you put a limiter on,
Yeah.
and that's when you add volume.
Right.
Yeah. And that's like Rob said, that's where you can get that like in your face kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's perceived loudness. It's not decibels. It's LUFS. It's a different.
That sounds
Loudness
like
units.
a good topic for a meeting sometime.
Yeah, all the different loudnesses. Yeah, there's a lot of different weights. Like there actually is. There's dB A, B, and C, and then there's like LUFS and LUKF. I think that LUKFS or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, different levels. And this is all just to save your we want to retain the transients, because when we clip the transients off, it's like you know, especially with like digital music, you know, it's ones and zeros, but you're kind of like you're just smashing it so hard at the top that there's nothing left. It's just there's no
dynamic.
there's no dynamic range. It's just fully smashed.
It's a Green Day
Go
track.
in here further. But you're not actually smashing it. You're just clipping. So it's not gonna.
That's changing that.
Oh, I'm just
zoom.
I'm just zooming in.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I'm just zooming in. But yeah, it's great. I'd say keep working on it.
Yeah.
So then I'm curious, because the change that I'm planning to make is to take that beat section and melody and then just make it more like the first section. So drop that down, be more of a riffy melody, much more pauses in between, drum flourishes.
Okay,
So that's
sure.
kind of the direction that
Yeah.
I'm planning to go.
Yeah, that's how kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But you'll see, like, look at how much nothing there is up here, basically. Like you've got like, you know, there's so much frequency range that you're not using, but you are in these areas.
That's because there's a hi-hat in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's a hi-hat.
And that's one of the things that I was.
But even the guitar though is a lot more.
Yeah. It's
in your
still
face.
brighter, yeah.
Well, the guitar's palmated here, so that kind of cuts a lot of the
Yeah.
vibe out.
It's that kick, I think. The kick is taking up a lot of space too.
Yeah, hearing that now, I might have overcompensated
Oh, wow.
because my
That's a
first
cool
pass, it couldn't hear it enough, so then I cranked it up a little more on the next pass, and now I feel like I maybe went overboard on it.
That's a cool tool.
What is that?
I'm just picking frequency ranges.
Oh,
It's basically a bandpass, right?
what is this app?
RX.
Power.
Yeah.
It's by I
So-
Them.
Yeah, I mean, we can see your kick up here. This is where your kick is happening.
Yeah.
Right there's the clicky kick. And then pretty much all your content is in this range. So then you've got this kind of open airspace.
Crickets.
Not a lot there. There's just mostly, I mean, it's like the guitar, you know. But we could have something in there, like some kind of melody, some kind of just higher sort of frequency, and that would really brighten it up. That would like make it a little bit more, I don't know.
So one of the things that I'm trying to keep in mind while I'm composing this track is that there are going to be a high density amount of sound
Sure.
effects and
Oh,
in
yeah.
effect, so that's part of why there's less high registers, because I'm trying to save that for the sound effects.
And that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. In that case, you know, like this is probably, you probably do want to like keep a lot of that mid-range out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe the patch on this key, on the keys here might, like Trent was saying, I think he was saying is a little too, like a little plucky. Could be confused with a power up of some kind. Yeah.
Yeah, because like my first pass at that melody was a more synth-driven one, but then everyone gave me feedback that that's too aggressive. It was grabbing too much attention, which I agree with,
I remember that.
which is why I pulled it back to something like that. But I think the real solution is just drop it down with everything else in the riffy bass, because that's already what this track wants to do anyway.
Yeah. Sure. Cool.
Can you tell us again how you got that tool up in RX?
Oh, I'm just using these different sort of, like this one kind of picks a block.
Yeah, if someone could drop a
it'll
link to
play.
what it is, because Google search wasn't helping me out.
It's called Isotope RX.
Oh, Isotope.
Isotope is now owned by Native Instruments.
By Native Instruments, yeah.
And
Was
Isotope with a Z.
It's just a tool at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Is there a key sequence for that? Hotkey, or is it just
R.
R? Okay.
R and F, and then T is the timeline tool. So like play the whole thing. But yeah, you can play different frequency ranges by, you know, kind
And
of.
it's in the lower right corner, is that?
No, it's right next to the tool, the frequency
I see a cursor
selection
right
or time selection tool.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's really small. So anyway, so snaps. I don't know if we got snaps for Josh, but we're getting snaps now. So okay, cool.
Very nice.
Very good.
Very nice.
Dude, everybody's just rocking it. Makes me embarrassed to.
Yeah, what are you showing, Rob?
I don't know. some junk, some trash. Okay, so free plugins.
I doubt it.
I spent quite a lot of time. I did this in 3 days, right? Monday, I was like, okay, I got to start working on this. And was just like, okay, I saw Josh was talking about metal. So I kind of like more so focused on more like rock and like metal-ish. But then I also wanted to get a little bit of retro sounds in there. I wanted to get kind of like a cinematic sort of sound in there. So I kind of like did like a medley of sorts. And it's all free plugins, and not one was paid for. And the only thing that would be considered, you know, outside of this would be my guitar. I used my guitar, but I used an emulator that was free to get the guitar tone. Maybe we should just listen to it first, and then I can kind of go further. I'll break it down however everybody wants me to break it down. And then I did add all the links to all the free plugins into the Discord in the Game.wav thing. So yeah, here we go. This is called free plugins.
It's free plugs, actually.
Free plugs. You're right. I did say plugs. I just think of like hair plugs when I.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
shit was free.
Yeah, all that's free. So,
Now you gotta make the game for it.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so, like I said, I spent all Monday sort of finding a bunch of stuff. And then Tuesday, I sort of made the beginning. This mostly started with the bass. Started with this bass right here. That actually wasn't the bass line I started with. But the guitar ended up becoming the thing that I revolved around more for that, because I just wanted it to have that like synchronized power sort of. So, so first off, we'll just start with the bass because here we are. I use this thing called Circ bass.
Wow, that's hard to say.
Yeah.
Circuit based.
Circ.
Oh,
It's a V.
circuit. It's definitely circuit.
And so I actually don't really think this sounds that good, but it's pretty cool for metal, actually, I think. And if you were to like add maybe a bass or like a sub or something with it, I think it would actually sound pretty sweet. Like this upper frequency stuff, not great, but I don't think metal dudes usually use stuff that, you know, this high. That's only like Tool and stuff. But like these lower tones are pretty gnarly. And what I did is I added this clip. So this is a clip. Let's see, let me loop apart here. This probably sounds wicked online with my throat like this. So this clipping, here, I'll take all this off. You'll hear it by itself. So that's without processing. And I wanted it to be a bit more beefy, a little bit more, fill more space, right? So I added kind of to like, what this is basically doing is it's like these red lines are showing us the like pushing down and or like what notes are being affected, what transients are being affected. So and it's just kind of softening it because it's like really kind of clicky, but I wanted it to be clicky, but not. I just wanted to soften it a little bit, and then added this leveler, which kind of brought everything up. And so this tool adds a lot of character, and kind of gets that like dot 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 dot. Like it helps with the articulation, I think, a little bit. And then I added this EQ to just take a little bit of this low end out because it was a little much in speaker to home. It's really not much, but like this is kind of a range where, you know, the kick drum's taking up a lot of space too. But yeah, so that's kind of how I started with the bass.
Is that leveling tool just a compressor?
It is a compressor, but it's also it can be a limiter as well. This one here, yeah, this is a leveling tool.
Okay.
This actually is pretty cool. I like this one. I was looking. My favorite kind of compressor is an LA2A because it's almost kind of magical how it works. You know, like it's only 2 dials. Usually there's not all on the attack and release and stuff. They usually don't let you have access to that. It's just like you get this, and it's pretty simple. You know, you're kind of using the gain and the peak reduction to kind of morph the sound, and it just gives it a really nice human feel, like a natural sort of like articulations sound like natural, but they sound equal. And I thought that this does pretty much that. This is actually a bit more than what an LA2A would be, I think. It's got a nice dry and wet. That was kind of cool to play with that. And also, I'll show you some tips on how to use this later, because I've got a pretty specific way I use an LA2A type compressor. So let's listen to the drums now with it. So, drums without anything. Pretty wimpy.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, use the leveler,
Yeah.
Yeah, that got beefed up.
and then adding this clip, this limiter. Just brings out that snare a lot.
What are the drums?
It's called MT Power Drum Kit 2.
Because that snare is dope.
Yeah, I thought the kick drum was
Yeah,
sweet.
that's actually.
I have an honorable mention actually in this.
Need a mic stand?
Stupid mic stand.
There's normally one there, right?
Yeah, there is. Right.
I'm sorry, which DAW is this?
This is Ableton.
Okay.
Ableton Live. And this is the paid version of Ableton, like the most paid version, the $700 version or whatever. But it's not gonna affect the quality of the sounds or anything. I'm gonna try to keep that there and talk loud if I have to. Okay, so yeah, very nice and clicky. Definitely metal drums. Nice metal drum. But I do have an honorable mention. I'll add one here.
For drums?
Yeah, for drums. I thought this one was really cool too. I just didn't. The interface felt a little bit more. There was just more to it. I didn't learn it. I need a MIDI track here. So we're using Contact 8, which is free as well. Contact 8 player. So the other honorable mention for drums, where was it? Kimmit? I don't know what it's called. Crim drums. This thing.
Oh, damn.
That's
That's too
not
scary.
Yeah.
That's too spooky. There's like a kraken in the back.
Yeah, but these double kick drums were really cool. They were a lot of fun too. I can't use a MIDI controller right now, but I was playing with the double kicks for a while because I just thought they were fun, and the snare in this one too. They're nice. Yeah, this one's nice. I liked this one.
Oh, that's a good ride.
That's a nice ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that
There's also one here.
And what is this?
Oh, it does. It's got auto double kick.
Yeah.
So just hit one.
And it does it, yeah.
Rob, what is this?
Called Crim Drums.
Crim.
Free edition.
KRIMH.
Free edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are any of the names of these like
Yeah.
show phonetically?
Four
I
kick
don't know.
drums.
No idea.
It's all kicks.
Looks like they don't give you power over the mixer in this one. I think that's why I didn't want to use it. Actually, that was the reason, because I wanted to change the snare. So the only thing I did. So that's the honorable mention. The only thing I did in this, mixer-wise, is I turned the snare up and there was a compressor on the snare and the kick, and I turned those off, and then I turned the kick down, and it sounded much better when I added the leveler, because when I had the leveler on, the snare was just overpowering, and I wanted to really hear the kick and the snare, and since that kick is so thick and booming at the bottom, I don't need a lot of it in like the upper frequencies. It still has a lot of power, right? So the drums and the bass. I should have probably put on this bass like an amp plugin, something to make it not sound so tacky, I guess. It sounds like you're going, which kind of want to sound like that almost, but there's still a cadence to a player that would be nicer to have. It's just too like uniform. So,
Yeah.
okay, so
The thud.
what was that?
The bass thud. There's like I don't know if it's like probably like 180 hertz. There's that
Yeah.
It's always the same pitch,
Yeah,
and I think that's what gives that like the pulses are supposed to be pulses.
yeah,
But it's like taking the kick's job in a way.
Yeah, a little bit, but
not good enough.
this is my personal philosophy on mixing kick and or
Yeah.
kick and bass.
Yeah.
I like to hear the tone of the bass more than the kick,
Oh, me too.
just because I like low. I like the way music sounds when the bass changes the chord interpretation, I
Yep.
guess you could say.
Yep.
That's my favorite thing
That's
in
me.
music.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite
That's
things.
why I start with the bass.
Yeah. So let's go to these chugs next. So it started out like this. I'll get rid of. This is a Tube Screamer
Okay.
emulator. Tube Screamer is a pedal that was made really popular. It's an Ibanez Tube Screamer, and it's like the metal fucking like it's the metal guitar distortion pedal. That's like the one. That's the coveted, the original one, the classic one. So started with this, and I was disappointed that I didn't want to play it again. So I didn't do stereo, but then I was like, I'll just do the cheat. And so I added a duplicate and then zoomed way in
And moved it
and
slightly.
moved it ever so slightly. You
Yeah.
can see right here, which does cause phase problems, but I kind of adjusted that too. So you can see that I moved it just ever so slightly, 0.7 seconds of time. So then it kind of made it bigger. Just made it a little thicker. It also adds this stereo sort of weird effect, and that's because of the phase issues. It's kind of canceling some of the frequencies out on some sides, and yeah, it gets a little complicated. Oh, it also didn't have this on. Yeah. So all I did with this is I added. So this is the one that I had. I added the amp simulator Ignite emission. This thing's pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. This is by STL Tones, and it comes with in a bundle. This is the head, and then you add a amp cabinet simulator as well. And so basically what this is doing is it's kind of like if there was two microphones in front of the cabinet. You know, this is telling us what kind of microphone and what kind of cab size it is. And it's saying like, this is RKH 412, V30, Shure SM57, off access 2. And that's talking about off access from the cone of the speaker. And then, so I've got one off access and I've got one on center. And then I'm just using this balance to like, decide how much of one side I want to use over the other. And then I'm like using the gain to kind of move it around a little bit, using these resonance knobs to kind of change the direction of the tone. So it's a little brighter or it's a little darker. So this actually has kind of a lot of nuance to it in comparison to like just the amp head. So, and I think like for this one I have no bass. The low mids are decently high. High mids are also pretty high, and the trebles, you know, middle. And then I've kind of got a little bit of, this is on a lead channel, and I've kind of got a little bit of presence in there too. And then I've turned off, I think the brightness is up too. I wanted it to be kind of like a, I knew that the bass and the kick would be super thick on their own, so I wanted to like fill the mid-range with the guitar, and so I kind of went with that. And then on this cab too, I'm also like high passing and some of the lower frequencies, so that it's just, this thing, it had so much noise, and I think it's partially because of my guitar, because I looked into documentation and they're like, oh, if there's noise, but guitar. It's not our plugin. We don't introduce any noise. This should be clean, man. Which they're sort of right, you know, because if I was using a guitar with humbuckers, which are pickups on the guitar, and those are intentionally noiseless pickups, but I was using my Telecaster, which has single coil pickups, and they're noisy as hell.
Yeah, very nice.
So what I had to do to make that noise go away is I had to cut in between every single one of these, so I could cut the noise out, and then it made that really halting sort of sound.
You couldn't use like a gate for that?
I could, but I find gates to be useless a lot of the time, and I
agree.
just cut it out. It takes me less time to
Okay,
fuck
yeah.
with the little knobs than it does to just cut out
Yeah.
this and then just double it, you know. I would just do,
You just select it and delete it literally?
yeah,
Okay.
and then I would use fades to make sure that like yeah. So I would I would highlight this, delete it.
Well, why would you fade then, if you wanted an abrupt?
You fade the.
You fade
Just fade the end so you
It's a
don't
little
get
too abrupt.
so you don't hear a pop at
just
the
a
end.
Yeah.
little bit right here. You just do like something like this. Not a lot. You know.
Yeah, you do that on sound effects too.
Well, it
Well, some of
depends.
us
It
do.
really depends. But I didn't want there to be clicking
Yep.
Yeah.
to happen. And so yeah, I cut out the noise of the recording that cause like basically these plugins are basically just like they're taking place of an amplifier. So if your pickups are noisy, and they're pretty noisy no matter what because there's electronics everywhere, especially those single coil. I should have probably used my humbucker one, but that's what I had on me, and I was just like, whatever. So yeah, it was an easy fix. So that's kind of what. Oh, and then I kind of grouped them together, and then I added a lot of other stuff. So let's take all this off, and like hear it without this. That was original. And then when I added these other things on, it just like brought it back to life. So basically what's happening here, so this is a saturation plugin. It's really small, and the UI is not bigger. Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. So this thing was interesting. I kind of just I searched in YouTube just free plugins metal, and one of the guys was using this, and he was using this on his master bus, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it on my guitar, see what happens. And basically I found that like you're basically using this to drive it. It's not like super drive, it's like this sort of nice sort of saturation that kind of takes some of the brightness and just sort of, I don't know, puts a roof on it, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. This one was probably the most complicated. I couldn't find like a lot of applications where I would use it, but if I played with it more, I think I would use it more. I did put it on here twice. I don't know why, but I left it because I was like, well, I like the way it sounds. So, and then I'm using the leveling tool here too. Now it is just louder basically, but it's also here. I can tune it a little more. I wanted to catch the top, like the first da 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 da. I wanted it to kind of like pull it, and I think the LA2A emulator it pushes everything a little more forward in my opinion. And then I've got Valhalla Supermassive. This is the reverb plugin I chose as the free one. This one's pretty much everybody uniformly says this is the best.
It's so much more readable than all the others.
Oh, I know, right?
That's
Yeah.
because it's a amazing brand.
Oh yeah.
Normally you're paying for all their stuff.
I mean, pay for their stuff. Honestly, it's all good. Yeah, super good. But yeah, so this is just it's very little. That's
Sounds like Slayer.
yeah. So
Automate that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
speaking of automation, I did do quite. Oh wait, jeez, I really screwed it up.
Yeah, you can't bring it back.
It's dumb. Okay, speaking of automation, I did do quite a lot of automation on the guitar because I wanted this beginning to be brighter and then have this different sort of effect. Second time, it's got like more hollow sound, almost comb filtery. And it's a little more compact. And all I'm doing there is I'm using oh no, I'm not doing it there. I'm doing it in the bus here. Oh my gosh. Not Valhalla. Nova. This is the EQ plugin. It's similar to the OP plugin that you should just buy because it's amazing, which is FabFilter. FabFilter EQ, but this is actually pretty good too. So I'm cutting out, a lot of the mid-range, just keeping like those upper areas, and so the difference being like here, bringing it up, pulling it back, and that just leaves room for the synth.
That snare is so
Yeah, it's
so
pretty
nice.
epic.
It's like ice water.
So Vital is a dope,
Vital's awesome.
amazing synth.
Yeah.
It's based off of something called Serum, which is it's Splice's version. It's a paid plugin, but this stuff is really made for like EDM, like super EDM. But it's so clean and full of amazing tools that you can make it really do anything. But I'm just using this basic using this thing called this preset called Moog Pluck, and then I just kind of tweaked the filter and added more space. But that's really all I did with that. I wanted to kind of have that like moody, mellow, weird, ambient sort of middle, mid-rangey thing. And then the second time it plays, I've also got this more lead guitar. I wanted it to occupy the same space to just break up the dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. So I'm kind of trying to like mess with the rhythm a little bit. So you can see on this is how I did just like the other guitar, this is visually what it looks like, where I have to cut everything. So I'll show you what it sounds like when it's just straight. You'll see why I did it. So let's just do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hear the difference?
Yeah, that's a lot of noise.
It's kind of got a cool little scoop, but it's just an embellishment. I don't need it to be a focus.
It's cool, and like the noise in between is almost as loud as the guitar. It's
super loud. So yeah, I pulled that out, and that's also using the leveler, and then pulling out low end on this because I just don't need that much. It's a lead. Just didn't want to have so much. You know, you got to mix this stuff together. So. It's supposed to be fairly subtle in comparison to it's basically a pre-chorus or something, and then this part I changed the guitars totally, and then just made it like more epic. Vital. It's kind of weird pad. Now this has massive leveling tool on it because the problem that I was having with this particular low end, mid-rangey sort of pad, because I was trying to kind of make it a layer of the guitar. These guitars. Without it. Has this like etherealness to it. But one thing was happening was that Vital was this. It was basically wooming. It's just nonsense everywhere. So I'll show you what that I mean. Now, this doesn't sound like a big deal soloed, but when you've got these like mixed with bass and guitar, or like bass and drums, it starts to really it just kind of muddies everything. So I added these leveling tools and then cut out, pretty much everything under 100 hertz. So then you can kind of hear it pulls at the beginnings. So you kind of hear just the like emphasis of the hits. So yeah, just a little bit of like a different sound. And then these guitars, I just use different settings on the amp plugin and the head. Instead of using, I use the center, and then I used a 45-degree angle instead, and it just kind of, and like turn the resonance down. So I kind of did everything opposite, and it made this like thicker, and this is just octaves on my guitar. So and I'm just plucking them. I'm not using a pick. I'm just plucking them. So yeah. So that's like the metal-ish part. Metal, whatever.
It doesn't have to be ish.
The metal part. So then the next thing I was like, all right, cool. Well, I got that. Let's transition into something else. And so like I usually do when I'm, trying to do another part, I kind of go the exact opposite direction that you wouldn't start. I think you wouldn't go there really in your brain. You're just like, what is the absolute weirdest thing I could start with? So I started with this. And this thing was much bigger before. And I did a lot of, quite a lot of automation here to make this kind of do some interesting things. Mostly because I thought it was a little too boring by itself. Like I wanted it to have some modulation, some movement. So kind of going here. But this synth in itself was like kind of the beginning, the start of this new section. And it ended up not becoming such a in your face, which usually happens to me. I'm always like, yeah, this is going to be the thing, and then I end up killing it later on. So yeah, so I'm actually using this unison here, and it's what's giving it the different notes. And back up, and then kind of pulling some other ones around. So I'm just kind of like playing with filters and then seeing how it kind of affects it. And then it was adding so much low end. There's just this like very tacky sound after I put like this drone effect, turned it up. So then I put Nova on this and just cut it a lot. Just focused it to just the like bell middle kind of tones. So then I added this. This was the next thing. And it's just a C chord to an F. Just kind of, getting there. And I'm using these really cool tool called Labs
Oh, yeah.
by
Spitfire.
Spitfire.
I love labs.
And so this is called Trumpet Fields. Which is, it was really, it's what I like about it is that it sounds almost like a frickin' high school band. Like, terrible playing, but it
But
feels
real.
authentic.
Yeah.
It feels like more, there's more,
High school.
just like,
That's awesome.
okay, everybody.
Yeah.
And you're like waiting for them to go.
Yeah. Squeak.
I found that turning the variation all the way up made it so there's like different, so if you go in here, there's like different ones, and you can get this sounding real goofy. These are basically presets for this particular, module. And I downloaded like all of them, all the free ones. There's a lot.
There's a ton.
Yeah, a lot of free ones.
And they add more.
Yeah, they do.
Constantly.
So that, but I was like, oh, I want like another thing too. So then I kind of added. This. It's called Vox Humana, and it kind of sounds like a pipe organ, but like without the church. Doesn't have the church in it, just has the pipe organ.
It's an atheist organ.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
An atheist organ.
An atheist organ, that's it. That's exactly
When I
it.
was in Tokyo, there was a giant pipe organ in this like Buddhist temple, and I didn't know what to do with that.
That is very strange.
It is not what I expected.
No.
That
It is kind of strange.
I'm also using this, it's called Voice in Nature, and it's like this weird. It's like,
That's sci-fi. Yeah.
yeah, but it adds really cool texture.
Especially like the nature sounds.
Yeah,
That they've got the low birds,
right.
like
Yeah, exactly.
something going on back there.
And then, I kind of wanted this to just build into something. And I brought, I didn't really think of this at first I didn't try this until almost the end. But then I was like, what if I just bring really thick chords in from the guitar and like super distorted, so I brought these guitars in. They're just supposed to fill the whole sort of spectrum, almost like it's just noise, just filling the room. And then I've got a bass that the bass is actually just what did I use for this? I think it was expressive strings. So the bass does. just like fills the space with low space. There's guitar here too. Almost like you're going.
It's very explosions in the sky.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I found a bug
Yeah, definitely.
with one of the plugins actually. You can hear it right now. It's with these. I don't know why it doesn't.
Oh, that ringing?
Yeah, there's got to be a bug in
Yeah.
one of these. Maybe the leveler.
Sounds like the leveler. Although the leveler might be just adding
It
volume.
might be just like amplifying noise
Yeah.
that is from
Could
somewhere
be.
else.
It's true. In my final bounce of this, I RX'd it out. And then there's this like indie guitar, just kind of
Yeah, that
strumming along.
is the indie guitar.
It actually sounds pretty decent.
Oh, that's a plugin.
That's
Yeah.
That's a
plugin.
VST?
Yeah.
I thought that was you just like.
I thought it was
strumming
just
on
you
your
playing.
No,
Damn,
I
that's
was
convincing.
pretty impressed actually. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that's
That's
one of the
convincing.
best sounding like strumming guitar
Yeah.
ones I've heard.
The flat.
Where'd you
the
get
flat
that from?
string
What was
is
this?
what sells
It's
it.
still labs. It's still labs. It's all in the Discord.
Okay.
Labs is one of my favorites.
So yeah, you've kind of just got that,
VSTs is so good.
just adding a little bit of rhythm. And then this is also, all this stuff in brown is labs. Peel guitar, a little bit of reverb, tightness all the way up. It's a tight guitar. And then I kind of had this like, I wanted it to kind of sound like it just all comes out real quick. It's
Yeah.
kind of pulled. So yeah,
Do the beginning.
then today was like, I really need something like kind of retro. And so
Oh, the beginning.
I made this today, and it actually is probably my favorite part of the whole thing.
So good. Yeah, it's a cool intro.
So I took the bass line, just moved it, splice. It's called Rare Groove Piano.
The wood's live.
You gotta hear this by itself though. I'll take the
That's the Wii music.
I didn't hear that before.
funny thing is I use that same sound in Juggernaut's a bunch in the
What's the
second world.
It's just the dog.
It's
It
just
has
part
a-
of the
Okay.
It has a name.
I don't actually.
I don't know what it
It's
is.
a musical instrument that makes
Yeah,
that
but it's
sound.
amazing.
I don't know what
Oh,
it's
it's like
called.
the slide thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a it's like something you crank.
it's an amazing sound. I love that sound. I think it's so funny. So then, this melody started with just this.
I like it.
Very, very Pokemon.
Yep.
Like, I love the dissonance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then it
You
resolves.
did resolve it.
Oh.
That's nice.
So yeah,
What is
and
this
then
for?
there's this really weird thing going on over here that you can barely hear. I did this for you, Lila. Just so you know.
That's nice.
nonsense.
Later.
That's a really cool texture.
I just wanted it to sound really dissonant so that when the guitar came in, you know, because I knew that the guitar was going to be steady. I knew it was like a pretty steady minor, you know, C minor thing. It's kind of C sharp. I don't know. It's kind of all over the place.
A little
Um,
Phrygian.
Yeah, but yeah, this was a lot of fun playing around with this today.
What is your chiptune sound from? What is that?
That is Splice.
Oh, that's Splice. Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's
this
like a retro piano, right?
rare groove piano.
Oh, it's Spitfire Labs. Okay. It doesn't sound like a rare groove piano to me, but
No, it sounds like a.
but that's sweet.
I know. When I picked this up, I was like, "This is a Game Boy."
I gotta get
Yeah,
that one.
It's like a square.
It's so cool. So, and then I just took a copy of this and brought it down and played around with the. Still my favorite part right there. Yeah, and then the percussion. Honestly, I was trying to find. I was trying to find something that I could like do more like an 8-bit sort of drum kit, just with like noise.
Yep.
I could have just done like made noise myself,
Yeah.
just with like, you know, utility and Ableton. But for the sake of this experiment, I wanted to go all in on just, you know, the stuff I kind of downloaded, and this percussion kit sounds so good. This reminds me a lot of the percussion kit that I had when I was working on Joggernauts. And I put this, I kind of cut all the high end out,
Yeah.
just so it sounds a little bit more retro, a little bit darker.
Whoa. I'm getting punched in the stomach.
Right.
And then
I need that snare.
so yeah, that's what I did for
Nice.
free plugins.
Nice work.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
thanks.
Thanks for including all this stuff in this one.
Yeah, of course. Any questions? Did I go too fast? Did I not explain anything good enough?
So how much of your decision making was based on like your intuition and instinct, and how much of it was you like learning stuff and figuring it out?
Always my intuition. I'm always using my intuition, almost exclusively. And a lot of it, I mean, because I know the quality of the good stuff, I mean, I knew that this would be capable of what I've done before, and, you know, it would be probably, I could make it the same with some compromises, or with some other tools like the leveling tools, and so, yeah, I don't know, all intuition, really.
Like, did you go searching, like, it's okay, I need this type of thing, and I'm gonna go find a free plugin, or did you just kind of find some good ones and then see?
Well, I
what
started
they
with,
had?
Josh said he wanted metal plugins, and I said, okay, let me find some stupid metal plugins for Josh. And then I was like, let me make some metal thing.
Mhm. Yep.
And then I threw that in there, and then it started to kind of develop with the drums and the bass, and then adding in the guitars, and I was just like, okay, this sounds sweet. And then, yeah, I mean, like, things developed over time as like I wanted to kind of develop it more, and be a little bit more nuanced and just a little bit more interesting. So, because I knew I was going to be talking to a bunch of nerds about music and stuff, so I wanted to kind of impress you all, and do some stupid, weird stuff.
Yeah.
And this whole beginning I did strictly because I knew that like Lila would go, oh, that's
cool harmonies are there, whatever. It's cool. It's Game Boy stuff. I was,
And she
Yeah.
literally just put, I'm
Just-
3 minutes
yeah.
behind because I wanted to re-listen to the chiptune stuff. She literally like on cue. On cue. That's so
I know who I'm talking to here. I know
Yeah.
you guys.
No, that's funny.
So that was and so I was like, let's do that as an intro. Like, let's pretend that like the intro, like you kind of get the rug pulled out from under you,
Yeah.
you know, and then you go into the metal part.
Right.
But I wanted to take something from the metal part to go into, and I was like, well, the bass would be perfect because it's just kind of like, it already sounds kind of like Pokemon bass. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of like that was the original game, and then this
Yeah.
is the new, you know, the 20 years later remake
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, with the weird. And I wanted to be goofy with it. I wanted to be goofy with it because like a lot of my music I do is kind of goofy, or it can be. So
it is actually funny. Like the snare in this, it's obviously more high quality than like 16-bit or something, but it reminds me so much of the snare drum from Pokemon Emerald. Like
interesting.
just so like the same sort of crack
Yeah.
and very similar like frequency range.
Yeah.
It's so similar to it.
in the metal part. You're talking
Yeah,
about?
just in like your main drum kit.
Yeah, the drums, I was impressed with those drums. I have a lot of drums. So many drums. Here, let me just kind of show you what I have. Just willy-nilly. Oh, I didn't even talk about Theorem. I'll talk about that now instead of what I was going to talk about. Theorem is really freaking cool. So Theorem is I added this. This was kind of a call to Final Fantasy VII. It's like the theme. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shinra theme or whatever.
Yep.
So this is like damage, and damage is it's like a epic sort of like a what's the word I'm looking for? For like trailers, like trailer drums.
Cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic drums. So like they have a pretty decent set of free stuff here, and you're basically like putting. I kind of put all the way forward, and the reverb was so intense. So I kind of like brought it way down, just have a little bit of it. And then with the drums, sounds like I'm hitting a friggin' garbage can or something. So, and I kind of want to just have that like industrial sort of feel. But yeah, Theorem is real cool, and I really like their rhythm thing here. So you basically, you know, like add. So this is a subdivision, right? So it'll might actually not do it so well when there's actually MIDI there, but like you can do these subdivisions and it'll, I don't know, get it and play with this.
Oh, it's like a beat map kind
It's
of
so
thing.
cool. It actually is like one of my favorite, like arpeggiator things that I've played with, and
Interesting.
yeah, really cool. So so what I learned with free plugins is that you can make them sound amazing, but I did notice that you need quite a lot of, and to kind of go back to your question,
Yeah.
when I was searching, I found some things lacking in presence and like depth. Like I wanted it to be closer to my face, and I could have used OTT, which is another free plugin, but I use it all the time. I was like, oh, I want to use something different. So OTT is it's an upward and downward compressor. So you can tune it kind of like it does some crazy stuff. It's a really good plugin. Splice, another free Splice plugin. And Splice is, they house tons of samples. Like sometimes I get the Splice library and I'll, put a bunch of their samples in my stuff for sync and stuff, so they're royalty free. Anyway, yeah, so lots of processing is not included in the free stuff. I've noticed. There's just like, that's the thing they gate, basically. Like the stuff that's just like plug and play, Like that drum kit was fine without that stuff, but like when I started to, tune the snare, and it's like obvious that this wouldn't have worked. We'll see. So yeah, but I did want, before we go, because I'm getting real tired here, my voice is starting to hurt. I'm talking a lot. I did want to show how I used this leveling tool, how I kind of, my kind of method to finding a good balance point. So I'm going to play this. Is that something that people would like to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's turn this off for now. I'll take this off too. So this is not going to be, this is very big warning here. If you're about to do what I'm about to do, make sure that you do it in the order that I'm doing it. Because if you don't, you'll blow your speakers out. So what I usually do, turn on attack all the way to fastest it can go, release all the way fastest. I turn the ratio all the way up to limiting, wet all the way up, and then I turn the gain all the way up,
Whoa.
peak reduction all the way up.
What?
So now we're listening to what it's actually doing. So then I'll start to play with the attack. Okay, kick is really coming through. Want more snare though. So I'm going to pull the release. And if that's not doing it, bring it back. Pull the attack more. Okay, that sounds nice. Now it's kind of like equal it out a little bit. So ratio, bringing the ratio down.
So ratio just dry wet.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So now I'm going to bring the gain down.
Ratio is how much compression there's going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring the peak reduction down half. Bring the gain back up a little bit. And there we go. Without it. With it.
Can you put
It's
on
the
that?
Pokemon
Yeah.
with snare.
Not
What
what
in like
speakers
high
do.
fidelity.
Yeah. You just don't want to turn the
Yeah,
peak
because
reduction down
if
before
I,
you turn the gain.
I'm not even going to do it.
So,
but I
yeah.
think
Arguably that'd be more metal though.
we need something to blow our speakers. So yeah, off.
Back to the future shit.
But I don't really have the gain set quite right. So let's listen to the original. Let's pull the gain all the way back. Okay, it's a little quiet.
Damn, some hit.
Yeah, it is. About right. Okay, so now we've got a really clicky kick. So I'm gonna bring probably bring the ratio down. Release up a little bit. Longer release. Pull back the peak reduction a little bit maybe. Okay, we're getting a lot more of a lot longer. And then when I listen to it in the song, let's just bring it up. Yep, sounds done.
So what do you mean when you say you're trying to make the kick sound more clicky? Like, I'm not sure, it's like, what I'm hearing is not like a click sound.
It's almost like the beater hitting the kick.
It's like
yeah.
There's like
There's
a
like the
high frequency
sound of the
kick,
kick, and then there's the sound
Clicky.
of the beater hitting the kick.
Oh, oh.
when the
No,
beat
I think
when the beater hits the kick, it goes,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
and I want to hear the click.
So like
I
in,
wanna hear
in
that.
metal music, it's very clicky.
Very
Because
transient.
there's a lot of like double kick and
Yeah.
stuff, and if you didn't have that clickiness, that high, like,
It
You
would
wouldn't
just
even
be
hear
high
the kick.
it would just feel like an ocean of low end,
Yeah.
you know? It would be
It'd
way
be
too
horrible.
muddy.
Yeah, that's
There's
one
almost
way to
no
check
low
it.
end in a kick.
In metal,
In
yeah.
metal. There's almost no low end. It's
Yeah.
all clicky kick.
Clicky
Yeah.
kick, yeah.
And okay, so I'll show you. Okay, we're gonna cheat here. We're gonna use FabFilter.
What?
What?
Sorry.
JK,
But I'm
I
only
don't know.
using it for. I'm
Yeah,
only
Fab
using it
Filter
so you
is
can
like
see.
200.
So you can see here. You see right around 60 hertz. 60 hertz is always going to be
That's the
Your-
fundamental.
your fundamental of the low end. That's like the fundamental frequency that you'll hear the most. It's like it's one of the most important fundamental frequencies in the lower frequency stuff. But see how that clicky? Here, let me that is metal. This.
Over exaggerated, but yeah, yeah.
Nope. That's metal.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess I always thought it was more about the low end, but
Nope.
I just had
You'd
it
be
wrong.
wrong.
It depends on the style of music. Totally depends.
If it's metal, it's not low. It's
Yeah.
it's like 100 hertz, probably around 100, and then anything lower is some kind of triggered sub
Yeah.
thing. They're usually drum kits usually have a trigger that go to like a separate module or something that's like playing something low, and it's usually attached to the bass guitar and how the bass guitar is changing the notes. Because if you have one consistent kick tone the whole time, it can get really muddy.
Yeah.
Just like
Oh, so you're specifically saying the drums are always high. There's still low frequencies elsewhere.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
and
saying
that's
the kick
because there's more
drum.
low frequency in
Yeah.
other places.
I mean,
That's why the drums.
That's
are
why I was
high.
showing you. I was showing you
Now it's clicking.
the. I was trying to show you that, like, see, you're not really seeing a lot lower. Like, you would think, oh, that's awesome, yeah, but it takes up way too much space. Because that low end, you don't actually hear it. You feel it, and if it's that loud in the whole mix, let me just show you. Terrible. You hear everything now. You might think it sounds cool, like on these speakers, but if you go some other speakers, it
Yeah.
sound like ass. You know, like you're
Yeah.
really trying to make sure that you can make this stuff work on any kind of speaker. So
Yeah, that's the hard part, is the kick.
yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes I'll even add hats to the click.
sure.
Like whenever
Yeah,
I
'cause
kick
it-
a hat.
It'll be
'Cause
transient.
otherwise it-
Okay, any questions before we pack up?
Food time.
Did I answer every question?
Yes.
That was great.
That's good.
That's cool.
Sick. Yeah, that's snappies. All right,
Cool.
let's go to champs with 2 P's. PP.
I have a couple things, but I'll wait until you turn off the stream.
Okay.
Oh.
Secrets.
Not really, just a.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
If you want
watching.
this content, you have to come to the meeting.
Yeah, you gotta